This is Cheryl from California again, and today we are going to go over the Lesson 8 of University of Success by Og Mandino. And the author for this particular lesson is Maxwell Maltz, and he wrote the book, The Search for Self-Respect. And Og has chosen 50 different authors, and Lesson 8 is Maxwell Maltz. Quote for this chapter is, "You may live in an imperfect world, but the frontiers are not all closed and the doors are not all shut." So this chapter focuses a lot about on opportunity and your self-image, and your making sure that your self-respect is up there. So it first tells about that opportunities are not given to you. You create your own opportunities. There's no one that's going to be knocking on the door and giving you your own given opportunities. You have to fight to overcome your negative thinking and block yourself from opportunity as an eclipse blocking off the sun. Then he talks about two examples of two different people. One was a doctor. He wanted to be a plastic surgeon, and he went into, he told this other surgeon, he said, well, I want to be, a plastic surgeon, so I'm going to be here. And he did it for like the first 2 or 3 days, and then after that, he stopped coming, he stopped showing up to the surgeries. And then he asked the plastic, the surgeon who was teaching him, asked him, well, what's going on? He said, well, I overslept. It's kind of hard for me to get up in the morning. So he had the perfect opportunity. He could have been a great plastic surgeon, but because he wanted to sleep in, that's why he didn't get the opportunity. And then it talks about another person who actually was a scrub woman who worked in the doctor's office, and she came in and she was, as she was cleaning up, she was singing and humming to herself. And she had went through some tragedies in her life. Her husband had died 12 years earlier, and her and her daughter were in a car, and as a result of that, she was able to pick herself up, be strong for her daughter, and worked as a scrub woman, doing janitorial work. But she was able to send her daughter to college, and now her daughter was getting ready to go to get her master's degree. So that was a success, and the fact is that, here she was, she was singing and humming as she was cleaning, because she felt, she had, she was provided, and she was doing everything that she could for her daughter. And then it talks about how do you move into opportunity. And then there was 5 basic things that you move into opportunity. And that would be, the first one would be to keep an eye on the red light. And that is the red light of your negative thinking, or your mental dashboard. So you have to keep an eye on what your mind is trying to tell you. Take care of your emotional car. If you find that you're very negative all the time, you have to stop and go back and start over. The second one is live in the present. The present is real, and your opportunities are now. So, you have to, fight off the memories of the past where you might have had difficulties, and the future is unknown. So you have to live in the present. So that was number 2. And then number 3 was stop belittling yourself. And you want to accept yourself as you are. The worst thing that you can do is to, like I said, self-blame or belittle yourself. And then number 4 is try to set constructive goals. So your goals should be one where you have to go out and brag to everybody about what you set, but one that is quiet, and then people just see that you've done it. A great example would be if you have someone who never really says anything about what they're doing, but all of a sudden you see success, and then you're like, oh, okay, well, what have you been doing? So that is does constructive goals. And then I was talking about also when you have constructive goals that it has to be purposeful, and it has to be something sometimes where you have to look back on, what you've done before as an encouragement, like successes that you've had in the past. And then the fifth thing is to stand up to crisis. A lot of crisis actually turn into a way for you to be really show your creativeness. It shows you how you can turn a negative and make an opportunity out of it. A lot of people, what they've done is they might find a problem and they solve that problem and have that solution, and then they're sought after because they solved that problem. So you have to stand up to crises. And he said, look in the mirror, you must like yourself. You must accept yourself. You must be your own friend. Don't let yourself down. So opportunity and self-respect. If you want to live well, you must respect yourself first. I think that about covers lesson 8 of Og Mandino's book, University of Success. Join me on Monday. So in the meantime, you have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.